think definitely everyone was seeing that. Yeah, we seen through that this entire episode, Silver was pretty much trying to say, I'm a demon, I'm gonna fight you up. I mean, honestly, if you guys were like the same as me, I mean, honestly, as well, seeing for like the manga as well, I've seen like, it was a little bit more believable at some points and all that with him, but it's like in the anime, it's like, they're letting us know, they're getting little sly little hints here and there about what's really going on between Grey versus Silver. So yeah, going from this episode of Fairy Tail, I keep thinking that we're gonna have the new opening, and I'm like, damn it, we ain't get it. It's just like, no. So it's definitely confirmed pretty much next week. It better be fucking next week. I really want to hear that Age of Life opening. Let me hear that shit already. As much as I love opening 20, I'm kind of a bit tired of it, and I really don't give a fuck about that ending. It's just like, let's hear that shit already. Getting straight into it. Grey versus Silver. Holy shit, this was a very hard fight for like Grey to even come over, like, because he can't do any ice magic against the guy at all. He just will devour it. He's exactly, this is like the best way to compare this, like what's pretty much what it was. It was more like one episode version of Zankro versus Natsu from Temerajima. This was like Grey's version of this fight. Remember, like, you know, Natsu couldn't do anything against Zankro. He couldn't like do any of his like fire-based like projectiles. He couldn't fire them out like, because it did nothing to Zankro. When Zankro just absorbed his flames, he just absolutely annihilated. So the best way to compare him is to that fight. And he was pretty much like, you know, Grey was trying to be clever about it. You know, he was just like, oh, I can't hit him with ice. I'm going to summon some ice cannons and fire some projectiles at him. You know, that ain't really doing the damage I need. I'm going to absorb his ice, and I'm going to, like, fire a blast that redact what I learned, you know, in the Sun Village. You know, he was using some clever stuff, but it's like, just seeing him, like, aggravated throughout the entire fight, just like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy. And he's like, yes, that's that anger. You know, kill me, Deliora. And he's just like, kill me, you know, the demon. He's like, do you really want me to show you that face of the, like, you know, of the monster that murdered you? You know, you're like, all your people that you loved, your like your mother, your father, like everyone. It's just like, and it's like, I'm wearing his face right now. I'm wearing your father's face. Like, you gotta kill your own father. Like, he's like just taunting like him at this point. And whilst we're going through that, like, honestly, it was pretty much the same. Like, little more snippets. Like, honestly, the one that got most of the we saw in this episode, apart from that, like the whole Grey fight, is Julia's fight with Keys, and it's very more hinted as well. Is that their fights now about to kind of clash, and it's like kind of saying to like Julia as well, like, who would you give up, your loved one, or like would you be rather hated by them? And it's like leading some stuff that maybe Julia might have to do something that could hurt Grey later on throughout the episodes of the series. So, you think like, I don't know, do you think like, oh, Julie's here? Honestly, when I saw her, like, she was getting hurt, she was talking about Grey's, like, her voice actress is just great. Like, honestly, like, it's just perfect, because she's, like, the voice actress, she just makes, like, Julia the character that she is. Like, and I just got to, you know, I love, this is why I'm a Julia fan, because I enjoy her, and just that passion that she gives to the people that she likes. That's what you want to see. I mean, she's just dump Grey and go, me, but, you know, hey, that's that 2D stuff, and I'm like, well, there, I've got boundaries. It's like, I got boundaries on that shit. But honestly, like, the way how the fight ended with Grey and Silver, very well done. Really did enjoy, like, how he just got the giant, like, ball. Like, every time he kept trying to do the ice shell, like, he was like, I'm gonna do it. And that kind of made, like, definitely, like, Silver kind of slipped out. He's like, oh, you ain't got the balls to do that. You ain't got that. He's like, no, wait a minute. Stop. He tries to freeze him, and he fucks up. He's like, and that's the thing, like, kind of Grey's, like, I believe this is, like, the second or third time that he's kind of resorted to using the ice chef, I believe. So, like, he tried to use one on Ultir before, if I remember, and then also is why he tried to use one on Leon as well, like the ice shell. Obviously Natsu stopped him with that one, so it's like, you're gonna use the ice shell again. It's like, you know, you're not really fully committing to this ice shell. Like, it's definitely not the final technique, and it's like, I don't know, like the way how he kind of like did the fake out was very well done. He like just grabbed like this iron cannonball that was left around there, and he just threw the fucking iron ball right through his chest, like completely obliterating his chest. And Grey realized at the end, it's like, yeah, there's a reason why I chose to stop him doing the ice shell, and he wasn't the one like saying like, oh yeah, you know, piece of shit, we're trying to avoid that. It's like, you know, he kept taunting him, saying like, I'm gonna kill you and all this stuff, and it was really like, yeah, that's definitely his father. So you're thinking like, why is his father acting like that? You know, like, why exactly, if he's still got his, you know, memory and that's just him, why was he, you know, antagonizing Grey? And it's like, well, honestly, you have to find that out next week. But not too much can be said on the whole Urza, like, part. They were just still progressing. Natsu, Gajia, they're all having their fights. the only thing that can be said about the episode that was the only and this is the only time I've really seen this in Fairy Tail, where they did a bit of the mess up where it was like the art, like sort of like how the characters were drawn at certain parts were looked very derpy at some points. Like it was like seeing like Gargiel's and Natsu's face when they were charging in, you know, against Tempesta and Tonafusta. Like that looked really weird. Like their faces looked very dodgy, and like the eyes as well. Like honestly, that is one slip up from the series. Like to be fair, I've seen another long ago now anime done that, but it's like, to be fair, out of all of them, Fairy Tail's the one that like never really like does bad animation or even art at that point. Like most of the time they're very solid for like A1, and I gotta say that's like, I don't know, it's like, it only took like, you know, there were like 200 episodes or so, but it's like, but apart from that, the episode was just absolutely good, really enjoyable, cannot wait. I believe from where we are at the moment with volume 46, we've got like maybe 2.5 like chapters left of material to go through. I can't predict, I've only just had a little breeze through it like recently, but yeah, we're getting there. And just to say exactly where we are, well, the Tyrus arc comes around about the end, around about midway through volume 49, so we've got like about, you know, about near 3 volumes like pretty much left of the series, like of the Tyrus arc. So I'm really looking forward to it. Please can we have that new opening next week? Please, I need to see that. Holy hell, I imagine that's going to be spoiler city on that stuff, but regardless of what, I enjoyed this episode. Give it a solid, I would want to give it a higher number because it was really well done, the grade. There's a silver fight, but the only real point I'm taking it off from is that, yeah, those character faces, like, the anime slipped up a little bit, but, I mean, I can forgive it, but, you know, you can still, I think that takes a little bit of the dent off the score, but it's like, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this episode of Fairy Tail, and, you know, what do you think the whole truth is behind the whole silver thing? What did you think of their fight? Did you enjoy it? Did you not really prefer it? Like, honestly, it's kind of getting used to, like, just 1 episode fights to 2 episodes, like, for a lot of characters, like, seeing other shows, how they, like, normally, like, not drag out fights, but how they're more longer and prolonged and then add more to it. But honestly, like, you know, they add a good bit, you know, less a little bit of strategy into it, and just honestly, it was like a lot of depth and like characters into it, and finding a lot more about them. And it's like, honestly, it was a really good episode, and I did enjoy it. So let me know in the comments section down below. But that is all from me. So thank you so much for watching always, and I'll see you guys next time.